When I think about men's work over the past 30 years of my life, a lot of different images come to mind. Images like holding men in the river and singing to them while they grieve, sitting around circles of stone and fire, listening to stories late in the night, looking to remember something about who they are, something about the gift that they carry, and have that gift be acknowledged. When I think about what men are searching for in the company of other men, I'm reminded mostly of the connection to our ancestors and those connections we have to ourselves and the stories that we carry, the stories that our ancestors have carried, the stories that infuse us with a gift that we have to offer. As if we're born into this world having made certain agreements with our ancestors about bringing something here to our families and our community, something very important, some gift that we alone have to offer in the way that we have to offer it. And this young man told me about growing up in South Africa, and one of the sayings they have in South Africa is follow your name. And it's a tradition, as in many, not just in African, but in many indigenous cultures, where once a child is born, they will go live with the grandparents for a few weeks for the purpose of acquiring a name, a different type of name, a medicine name you might call it. And that this name itself is inscribed with the journey that lays ahead of them. And so this saying, follow your name, means to live into your purpose, live into your gift. And then these words that I'd like to leave with you in parting came from there, and therefore came from him, and therefore came from South Africa. And it's called Follow Your Name. Pay attention. Pay attention. Be careful not to distract yourself from yourself by focusing on the obstacles in your life. Focus on the delivery of your medicine, not on the stories in your head where you recount your limitations and loss. Do not indulge in such self-importance as a way of avoiding taking responsibility for the medicine and the gift of healing that you came here to offer. You are the heroes and the heroines of your own story. If you are not initiated into the bone memory, into the mythology of your own life, you will likely be living an existence that is not entirely your own. The amount of turmoil in your life is proportional to the degree that you are not aligned with this medicine. And the life you know you must live is the one standing just a few paces in front of you, looking back over its shoulder with eyes wide, waiting for you to remember. Apprentice yourself to yourself and move to the frontier of your own imagination, the place where you live in the absence of story, the place where the sharp edges of this unfolding moment demand your full attention. Where are you? Here. What are you? This moment. Pay attention. Pay attention. Do not appear in the world in such a way that others give you a name that is too small for you. Pay attention. Pay attention. Do not appear in the world in such a way that others give you a name that is too small for you. It's called Follow Your Name. So I appreciate the opportunity to spend this little bit of time with you through the lens of this camera. And hopefully you and I will meet sitting around the fire one day. And I will get to share with you my story and hear more about your story.